What's up, everybody? What's up? This is your girl, LaRhonda Marie, and I am here for SwagHer.net's magazine's segment of But I Survived. And we have an awesome guest. So, right now, I just want you to just go ahead and share. Share this to anyone that you think would be interested in our topic. I'm actually going to be I'm going to be speaking with a motivational speaker. She's a coach, she's an author, and she's going to tell us how we can author our own books. Okay. And so I'm excited, super excited about this conversation because me, myself, personally, I've been saying for years, and I'm sure a lot of people have been saying for years, I have a book in me. And so if you have a book in you, then this is the place. This is exactly where you need to be. This is the conversation you need to get into. Feel free, just like my guest, you guys are just as important as my special guest. So your questions, I have my own questions that I want to speak with her about. But if you have your own questions, because you yourself need some things answered so you can get started on your own book, whatever that journey is, this is the time to do that. Okay. And so I want to make sure that I give her the most time that she can get. So I'm going to go ahead and add her in. But during this broadcast, you can support this page by sending stars, a digital gift that helps us earn money. We use these stars to hire journalists and content creators like myself while supporting other Black-owned businesses, helping to create an ecosystem that brings about success for all involved. If you find value in our content, let somebody know. And please send your stars today and tell a friend about our page. So again, just go ahead and start sharing. I'm going to go ahead and let me get thumbs up from Taurea, and I hope I'm saying that right. I am not saying that right. Okay, that's okay. She's about to come and she's going to introduce herself. All right. All right. She gave me thumbs up. Let me get her in.
Hello.
Hello. I'm LaRhonda. Nice to meet you.
Hi, LaRhonda. I am Taurea. So the easiest way to remember is like Maria with a T. So Taurea,
I can do that.
You got it? Okay.
I was thinking like Taurus. I was like,
no. Probably that's the way it's supposed to be pronounced. But child, you know how we do. We kind of
how our mamas do. Yeah. All right. Well, you looking beautiful, ma'am. This is my first time meeting, and you looking gorgeous. You making me want my straight hair again. So you are really working that straight hair, baby. That flat iron.
Well, yes, honey. Nice little silk out. Just a little silk out. Just a little
okay. So this is a new segment for SwagHer, but I survived. This is the first time I've actually been the host on this segment, and so we're gonna work this out together. Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
But I have some questions I want to ask you about, everything that you have going on. But then we're going to discuss probably some personal things because, but I survived. We want to know at the end, what have you survived? Okay.
Yes,
I didn't want to throw that out there without you.
I love to tell my business, so don't worry about it, girl.
I'm already gonna love this. Okay. So first and foremost, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell the people who you are.
Well, LaRhonda, my name again, Taurea Vision Avant. I am the queen of book profiting. I actually work with speakers and coaches who want to be able to learn how to grow their books or grow their businesses, shall we say, by leveraging a book. I want to show authors how to generate over $10,000 a month, working 2 to 4 hours per day. The average author does not make $10,000 a year. And so I really want to change that statistic. I want to be able to help those who are speakers and coaches learn how to get the bag. And so that's what we've been able to do. We've also helped more than 6,000 plus speakers and coaches to become published authors since I started back in 2015. And I myself, because ironically, well, y'all see I got 2 books right here, but ironically, people like, well, have you written books? Duh. I've written over 15 plus. I don't even know what the number is. It's a lot. But the biggest blessing, LaRhonda, the biggest blessing, like we just finished our conference here. Well, I'm still in Atlanta, Georgia. We had 5 of our Book Profits Club members who qualified for the 6-figure award. We had another 5 who've earned over $10,000 in a 30-day time period. And then we had over 30 people who have successfully earned over $1,000 in less than 30 days leveraging their book. And
Wow.
so we want to continue to increase that, change the statistics of what is taking place out here in this author world, and really be able to take it to a whole nother level. So in short, that's my business side. You know, I know you're going to ask me some personal stuff, so we'll get into that.
Well, I'm excited because $10,000 a month, $10,000 a month for a book that you've written. So you work with people that have already written the book, and so they're just ready to market their book.
Well, sort of, kind of, because, well, what I will tell you is for the first several years of my coaching, LaRhonda, I did have like a book camp, had a 3-day book camp. I did one-on-one work. But what I've also done, because I understand that I cannot impact the world by myself, we've also launched publishing companies. So we have our elite publishers group. So if anybody ever comes to us, no matter the genre, we have different publishers that can actually help you to get your book done. And then within our Book Profits Club program, we actually have a course that teaches you how to write your book in 3 days or less. So I don't leave those who are not authors hanging. In fact, one of our 6-figure earners, she wasn't even an author when she joined our Inner Circle program. Wow. And now she is an author, I think, of 3 to 4 books. Wow. So you don't have to be an author to start off, but we do teach you different techniques of how to leverage your book. So if you need the help, we have whatever you need. If you are good at self-study, we have a course for that. If you need a publisher, we have publishers for that as well. So we can get you right.
Book Profits Club. You brought that up. I was going to bring it up, but you already have. So can you tell them your vision behind that and what that does for your clients?
So what was happening was when I was helping individuals to write their books, you know, there is a whole level of excitement when you finally write a book and then you get the box of books. I get it. Like, we get so excited. And so first starting off, I came up with a technique where I was teaching a lot of people how to pre-sell their books. So my goal is to show you how to make anywhere between $1,000 to $5,000 before the book came out. And we were having some success with that. And then we were having success, of course, with getting people published. And so what I would do was I would then go check back up with the authors, 90 days, 6 months from the day of publishing. And notice I didn't see them talking about their books. Right. I didn't see them promoting their books or leveraging their books. I wrote my very first book back in 2012, and still to this day, I sell that book. So I was like, there's a disconnect going on. Also, when I started to do the research and reach out and find out, well, what kind of success are you having? Are you making any money? How are you leveraging? I realized that there were so many people, they just didn't know how to do it. See, in my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, let's help you to get this book done. I teach you a couple techniques. You got it. But the truth is, and this is even statistics when it comes to business, entrepreneurs don't know how to market themselves. We think that maybe posting on social media is marketing. And because you've built up a platform, you understand it's not only just social media. Shucks, you slid up in the DMs for me, right? Right. And so it's about learning all of the different avenues, all of the different ways of how to get yourself out there. Right. So when it comes to authors, another thing I noticed is that many authors didn't even really see themselves as entrepreneurs. Many authors don't even understand that this right here is a marketing tool that you turn into multiple streams of income. So my gift is not in the book space. My gift is literally turning something that you love to do and turning that into multiple streams, working 2 to 4 hours a day. But we start off with the book because this is one of the easiest ways to really edify you, easiest ways to get you on multiple media platforms, stages, et cetera, and it's an easy way to make some upfront, I will say, marketing money, because you take that money from your book sales and reinvest it back into your business. So that's where the concept of Book Profits Club came from, because authors be out here broke, child. So we don't want no more broke authors. We want authors to be booked, busy, blessed, and banked, i.e. Book Profits Club.
I love that. So what does it look like when somebody comes in and wants to talk to you as far as consultation? I want to join this. What does that look like?
So, baby, it's so easy. All you got to do is go to bookprofitsclub.com. So when you go there to bookprofitsclub.com, you're going to see a free training that I have available. And it's an in-depth. So we like in the door, like soon as you get in the free door, you already getting nuggets, okay? Because that's how we get down. We want to give you a little appetizer. Right. So you're already going to get a free training that's going to really position your mindset in a different way than what you probably are thinking when it comes to being an author.
Okay, yeah.
Then you can decide on which membership you wish to join. We have two different types of memberships. We have our BPC Gold, and then we also have our Speakers Elite. If you are brand new in the space, then I always recommend Gold. But if you are like Taurea, I ain't playing, I'm trying to be on podcasts, I want to be on stages, I want to be on the media, Speakers Elite, because it comes with so many additional resources and tools. But it's real easy. Just bookprofitsclub.com is where you want to go. And by the way, don't be hesitant. If you want me to give you some tips on how to write the right book, I got you right now. Today, I will hook you up. But you know, once the book is done, what's next? Guys, let's not be another statistic. I'm telling you, the thousands of people that I have worked with, they do not be making money. And so even these top sellers, you know, we get a big misconception thinking that being a Amazon top seller means that this person must be making money. And the truth is that is not the truth, because a lot of times many people, when they become Amazon bestsellers, they're selling their book for $1 or for free. So I want to change that, guys. I don't just want you to be out here with an incredible book. I really want you to be profiting.
Yeah. Make sure you guys are following us at Swag Her and our guest. I'm going to say this right. Taurea Vision Avant. On
Girl,
all the social media platforms. I have them at the bottom, what I could conjure up, what I have. But definitely follow her, because I see you have some things going on in the new year that looks like in March.
Yes. My Sister's Keeper. This is by my big sis, Tiffany McIntosh, who is doing this event in Orlando. I'm actually one of the speakers. I'm partnering with Tiffany because with Book Profits Club, we also provide a software to our clients that allows them to be able to keep in touch. And so we're partnering because I'm going to be providing that software to all of her clients and showing them at the conference how to actually use the software to build up their book businesses.
Looks like you got a write a book challenge that's coming up.
I do.
More details to come is what you posted. Do you got details for us today, or are they coming along?
It's coming along. So what we're going to be doing is every single month, when you are a part of Book Profits Club, we do a different challenge, right? So for the month of January, we're going to be doing a book writing challenge. Right now, in this current month, we're doing a podcast challenge. Okay. And so no matter what month you join, there'll always be a new challenge, because this is the thing. It's all about being held accountable, right? What we don't want to do is just give you, you know, an online course that you can self-study, and then there's no accountability. You don't really have any guidance. So we're going to be doing the book writing because we have so many people that are coming into the Book Profits Club space that are ready to write a new book. By the way, let me just tell you this. I would say about 70% of most authors, and this is no shade, no tea, they don't write their books right. They don't write their books to sell. Nobody's buying their books off of the shelf. I've seen so many books, seriously, that if, like, for example, like if I have to ask you, what is this book about? Then we need to redo it. If the cover looked like Pookie and Ray Ray did it, then we need to do it. You have a magazine, so you already know what it's like to have quality graphics, quality design. And so the aesthetics must be important. So the book writing challenge is not just only about writing a book. It's a self-help book that we'll be talking about, but it will be available to all BPC members. So yes, we're going to be doing an info session on the first Monday of January, which is January the 1st. So for those of you guys who want to know, just make sure that you're following me. Preferably the easiest, I would say, would be Instagram, or of course you can follow us on Facebook. We have a Facebook group too as well.
I got a Vision Avant on Instagram. So is that where they're going to
Matter of fact, I'm going to offer everybody a free gift. And so everybody that gets the free gift at the end of today, you will get details on how to actually join this book writing challenge in January. So
that's awesome. Well, Sharon Baker Boykin wants to let you know you're a great coach.
That's one of our brand new Inner Circle members, Sharon Baker Boykin.
Supporting the show. Go ahead and share. Go ahead and share for us.
Oh, it looks like we might have got disconnected. Hopefully we're still live. I hope you guys can still hear. So anyways, hopefully everybody can still hear us. I am so grateful to be here. So, okay, you're back.
I'm back. I'm sorry. I was going to say, nobody needs to be putting all this work towards the book and not make no money. So I'm totally in agreement with that. And then we got Stevie.
Dr. Stevie Aisha
There
Mills.
you go. That's it. They said, "Great. Have a great evening." Thank you so much. And again, share this content. Since you know what she's able to do, definitely share it so everybody will know that we have this gem online with us today. So I want to go ahead and how do you help speakers and coaches network market and network marketers grow their business and brand? Like, what steps do you take?
So again, it's going to go right back to having the book. So what we teach in Book Profits Club is that you have 4 items, okay? 4 items that you use. We call it a success funnel. Your first item is going to be your free giveaway. So where I sent you guys today to get like the free masterclass, bookprofitsclub.com, that's going to give you guys access to a 100% free training, bookprofitsclub.com, okay?
Right.
That is called a free giveaway, a hook item.
That's
so
right.
when you guys are speaking on platforms where it may be to a cold audience, which means they are not on your email list, you need to be giving away something for free. So in exchange, you can get their contact. Your second item is going to be your book. And so I have multiple books, but you don't need to have multiple. You can just have one. So typically what happens is when I send someone to like my free giveaway, then I'm going to contact you to offer you an opportunity to buy my book, right? Or the way that we have for our clients, see, I send everybody to Book Profits Club because all of our team members can send them there. But if like, let's just say one of our clients, they're going to send you to a page and on the next page, it's going to upsell you to actually purchase a copy of the book, right? So you have your book. Your next item is going to be a middle priced item. For most of you guys, if you are coaches, it's typically going to be a one-on-one session. So this is where you are doing a one-on-one for 1 hour for about $97 all the way up to $497. And then you have your premium, which is a higher ticket, which is $497 plus. Now, this is your product line, right? It's not that you have these 4 items because someone is going to start with the free and then go to the intro and then the core and the pre. No, it's because you want to meet people where they are. Some people don't know you. They might have the money, but they're not ready to spend that premium money. So at least let them get a book. Let's leave no money on the table.
Right.
So now that we've created the success funnel, now the question is, LaRhonda, how do we get in front of people so that we can make money? Okay. So I'm going to give you one of our success schedule formulas that I use to help me build my 6-figure coaching business, my very first year of business. And what I did was workshops. You can call them webinars or workshops, okay? This is the thing, guys. We want to just post on Instagram and hope that somebody's going to go and purchase our product. We want to just send out an email and hope somebody's about to spend $500. Right. But the truth is you have to build trust in the marketplace. So what a workshop is, it's like a 1-hour presentation. LaRhonda, have you ever been to one of those presentations like the Robert Kiyosaki's, what's this, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, where at the end they making an offer or, you know, maybe network marketing. Network marketing, yes. Right. Well, this is where I learned how to work because I was in network marketing and we would do we was in somebody's house or a hotel every day. Right. So I went from doing daily meetings to doing 4 per month, which was easy peasy. And so at these workshops, I'm doing about a 1 hour or 1.5 hour talk. And at the end, I offer people either to purchase the core or the premium. Now, if you're not sure what your core premium is, or maybe you say, Taurea, I don't want to coach. It doesn't have to be coaching. It could be products. It could be a retreat. It could be, you could be connecting them to other people, but this gives you an opportunity to build multiple streams of income. So I was doing my 4 workshops every single month and on average to make 6 figures now. So we're talking about over $8,000 a month. How many people do you think I was having at those workshops every single week, LaRhonda?
How many?
Only about 5 to 10.
Really?
Girl, people think that you got to have these big 100, 200 people events, but no, it's all about quality over quantity. Right. And so when you have a very specific niche, see, the reason why my workshops worked is because it wasn't some general workshop. My workshop was typically titled How to Write a Book to Grow Your Business, or How to Write a Book to Get on More Stages, or How to Write a Book so that you could be on the media. So everybody that was coming with a specific objective. So it made it much more easier where I don't have to talk to 100. I only got to talk to 10 people. And so I was doing that every single week. And this is what allowed me to be able to become one of the top 5% income earning coaches in the industry. Side note, a lot of these coaches ain't really making the money like they acting like they make it.
Mm-hmm.
And the key is, I'm telling you guys, is you have to be willing to make offers. And the easiest way to make offers is by doing workshops or webinars. So that's a little bit of the strategy that I want to give you guys, getting yourself out there. And how do I market for these events? The same way I'm on this podcast, sliding in the DM. Seriously, get up in them DMs. It's just that easy.
Mm-hmm. That is. It really is. Okay, so let's talk about those that are just new to it and they're thinking about writing a book. Tell me, why did you write your first book?
So this is a very unique story. I never wanted to write a book about my life, okay? And the reason why is because, number one, don't nobody know me yet. And number two, Oprah ain't called my phone, okay? So not until I get to Oprah status,
thank y'all for sharing.
I don't feel like there is a need for me to write my life story. I haven't even finished living my life.
Right.
You know, like I haven't even had the best parts of my life to be happened yet. So I never saw the concept of wanting to write my life story, even though, yes, I've been through challenges, and every single person that's watching this has been through something. I guarantee you, every single person feels like their story is unique, and it is, okay? But what happened was, at the time, I was in network marketing. I was a 6-figure earner in the industry, top income earner. And I had sat down with a guy who was a lawyer. And I remember us having just a brief conversation. In fact, I had met him when I had first moved to Atlanta. And now I become the 6-figure earner. I want to like reconnect with some people. Mm-hmm. And so he's telling me about all the great things happening to him. And then I'm telling him I'm in this network marketing company. Girl, I could have told him I was selling illegal narcotics because, baby, he was ready to go. Okay. He was not interested in me talking about no network marketing. And what I realized at that moment is that there's still a very large population, extremely large population, who does not want to be in multi-level marketing, right? Right? So what do I do with those people? I just leave money on the table? No, I still feel like I can bring value to everyone. So that's when it clicked. Mind you, LaRhonda, I had already spent $10,000 to go to a 4-day training to learn about speaking and writing a book. Now, I did write the book, but I never really marketed the book. It didn't really click for me until that meeting. So at that moment, I decided to write a brand new book. 30 days later, my book was complete. It was called, at the time, A Vision of Freedom. It's now a 6-figure vision. Now, guess what happened next? Say what?
What?
Girl. I had all these organizations because now I had this book where I am the expert asking me to come and speak and train. Can you come and teach on goal setting? Hey, can you come teach us about vision boards? We would like to know more about what mentorship is and how to find a mentor. People now all of a sudden saw me as an expert, and I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe I waited this long. Now, this is where people will mess up, LaRhonda, because now they're going to start comparing my story to their story and say, well, am I qualified? Baby, if you woke up today, I guarantee there is somebody online right now Googling how to do something that you know how to do without thinking. Right. We overcomplicate this because in social media, it's so easy to get distracted. We looking at what everybody else is doing and selling. Right. I'm here at my girlfriend's house. She stays in a beautiful home here, right? Single woman, been able to make 6 figures, successful. Imagine how many other women would love to learn how are you able to generate 6 figures, have a beautiful home, completely refurnished. I want to know how to live the life you live. And so now she could be able to be the expert in the space of helping other women. We overcomplicate things. It's very simple. If they'll Google it, they will pay for it. So whatever you know how to do, that's what you write about.
I love that. I love that. Okay, based on your experience, why do you feel 80% of the authors don't have major success?
Oh, it's not that I feel. That's the facts. Those are facts. I didn't make those up. In fact, I even did a survey with many of my authors to find out that before I even came out with Book Profits Club, to see where they were at. And most of them hadn't even sold more than the books that they sold during the pre-sale, which we teach a pre-sale method. Why do authors not have success though? I'm going to tell you this, because marketing is not posting on social media. Marketing is not being listed on Amazon. See, somewhere along the line, we got it all twisted. We thought that if I post my book on Amazon with the other 11,000 books being published every single day, all of a sudden somebody going to find my stuff. No, baby. It takes us rolling up the sleeves and learning how to get out there into the field and make sure that people see our books. And so sorry about that too, because I'm overcoming some health and wellness. And so that's what we have to be able to do, ladies and gentlemen. We've got to learn how to get out there into the marketplace. And also, let me just say this. If your only goal is to sell the book, baby, that is a lot of book selling to make money. Who is trying to do that? So let me give you an example. So I teach not to sell on Amazon because, again, my clients are speakers and coaches who are building a database, which, side note, Amazon is nothing more than a very large database collector. That's what they do. They build up a database. They know what type of stuff you like to buy, which is why they send you details based on what you've bought in your experience. So when you send someone to buy your book, all you're doing is sending someone to go buy somebody else's book in the same genre. So anyways, when we sell on our own website, on average, we're going to make about $15 profit from every single one of our books. To make $10,000 a month with a $15 profiting book, you have to sell 667 books every single month. Now, is it possible? Yes. Is it probable? No. What if we could change the technique and show you how to sell 50 to 100, which will help you to generate $10,000+ a month, week, or day? That's where we change the mindset. So we leverage this and not even just sell. Sometimes you might give it away. One time I was at a restaurant in Houston, one of my favorite seafood spots, gave away my book to a gentleman. 2 weeks later, this man was giving me $3,000 to work with me.
And Stevie wants to say, she says, I love how Taurea cracks the code of how to leverage our book. She makes it so easy.
Thank you, Dr. Steve. Listen, that's the thing. And another thing, I could have been a teacher. I mean, I am a teacher.
You are.
I am a teacher now, but like in the school, because I love teaching. And so I make it my business to make it simple. You understand what I'm saying? So I want to make it so that no matter your background, your technology, understanding, that we can make this process easy. And so thank you. And Dr. Stevie she's like at her 30th book now.
Oh, wow.
She can tell you, yes, she has been able to, not with us, but she's done a lot with us. But she will tell you she's been able to pre-sell and make thousands of dollars. She's leveraged her books to get on media. She knows how to leverage those books to build multiple streams of income. And her company is called Click to Cash. And so, yes.
I can just hear your passion. But I know as a network marketer, you guys always know how to just sell yourself. But why do you feel that you're so passionate about collaborating with other publishers?
You know what? Can I be honest?
Be honest.
Okay. So when I was in multi-level marketing, it was the first time that I ever felt like I was a part of a community of people who really, really cared about my success, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody called me sis, I was, everybody was my bro or sis. And so it was like a family environment for me. And I really took it to heart, because I don't have a big family. And so for me, that was everything. And I spent majority of my time with these people. I made so many sacrifices and things like that. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, things didn't kind of end the way that I had hoped when I made a decision to transition to coaching. And so I hated that. But I wanted to create that same type of synergy and family environment. See, in network marketing, I could go do a presentation for somebody else's organization, and I'm not having a direct financial gain, but it still helps to build up the brand. Right. And so I wanted to take what I had learned on the positive side and bring that into my own business and be able to grow it that way. One thing about me is I believe that by yourself, to give an example, you might be able to impact 1,000 people. But if you bring 2 people that can impact 1,000 together, we can impact 10,000. God he has 8 billion people on this world. How can we ever think that we could ever be in competition with somebody that was given the vision by him to do a thing? And so with collaborating, it allows us to be able to touch more people much faster. So I'm just a big believer in it. Has it always been perfect in collaborating? No, but nothing is perfect. No entrepreneurship journey is perfect. No
Right.
business, no career, no relationship. Nothing is
Right.
going to be perfect, but
Right.
it's what you do with what you've gone through.
Well, consistency is definitely, and that's even though you're moving into different areas, you're still staying. I mean, if you think about it, everything is it's just expanding out. You're expanding out,
Yes. Yes.
but you're not doing anything. You're just using the tools you got, and you're just expanding your brand and helping
Absolutely.
everybody else and helping other people, which is awesome.
Yes.
Or do you get when you do you notice your demographic as far as what is your different demographic the most? Who do you work with the most?
That's such a great question because a lot of times people are always trying to figure out who should they serve. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna tell you this: I was listening to a podcast today, so I'm gonna mess up exactly what he said, but he said something along the lines which I always say is that typically the person that you're gonna help is who you used to be.
That's good.
Typically, the
It
person that you're
is.
going to help is the person that you used to be in that particular space. So I
Right.
ain't perfect, okay? But I used to be a struggling speaker. I wrote a book and it opened up the doors. So that's the specific person that I'm talking about, not all the other things, the single woman and all that. That's
Right.
specific. So when people are trying to figure out who should they serve, you got to look at yourself first. Now, guess what
Right.
happened? So when I make it, and I still target the same audience, but because I've gone out and gotten results, I got
Mm-hmm.
receipts. Okay, guess what? I attract all other kind of people to me as well. We so focused on trying to serve everyone, we serving no one. And when you serving no one, ain't nobody coming. So I always tell my students, I say, listen, look at yourself. Because 9 times out of 10, people that are going to do business with you, especially if they don't know you, are going to be the ones that feel like they can relate to you. But that's all in how you tell your story and how you market yourself,
Right.
right? So
Right.
I started off with me, the black woman who has earned a certain level of income,
Mm-hmm.
certain age, single, wants to have
Yes,
a
yes.
7-figure business. But guess what now? I got married women. I've got all nationalities. I've got men in Book Profits Club. It
Mm.
has expanded because I focused on getting results. And so that will
Right.
always allow you to expand. Results allow you to expand your network.
Okay. So I'm switching over because I keep seeing rising from the wreckage, a journey through accidents, heartbreaks, and betrayal. Is
Yes.
that a book or a podcast? I was trying to figure that
Girl,
out.
that's my life. You see my face? That is my life.
I was like, I'm
Okay.
trying to find it. What? Okay, can you explain? Can you explain your life then?
Absolutely. So, and like many of us, I've gone through challenges in life. Nothing, we go on social media and we post these perfect lives, but that ain't real. So,
Mm-mm.
as of
Right.
recent, when we talk about wreckage, and I talked about this at the conference we just had, our Author Allstars event. I'm in Atlanta, but I live in Houston, and so
Mm-hmm.
every year we have our annual Author Allstars conference, right?
Right.
Now I ordered some new customized awards and stuff, and the person in me that just likes to see the stuff, I ordered them and had them shipped to Houston, just like I had the magazines shipped. So I had the road trip, which I don't mind a road trip. I love a road trip, right? So I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
hurry this story up. Anyways, I decided that because it's just been so much, for a lot of us, it's been a lot going on this year. I wanted to take a trip before the conference. And so I was going to take an international trip before the conference, just a few days, just to get myself together for the conference. So I'm driving from Houston to Atlanta. Well, around 6 hours into my drive, it's a 12-hour drive, by the way. 6 hours
Mm-hmm.
into my drive, I get the Delta notification to check in. I realize I left my passport at the house. So I have to turn back around to go back to Houston. I'm driving about 3 hours into the drive. The ABS, the something brake system,
Mm-hmm.
automatic brake
Oh,
system
wow.
light comes on. Girl, I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I got a little bit more time, or you need to figure it out ASAP, right? So I had just got my car checked out, though, right? So I just
Mm-hmm.
got it checked out. Everything was okay. This ABS light comes on. And so I remember calling my sister, like, listen, when I get back to Atlanta, because my goal was to go back to get the passport and literally turn right back around because I had a flight to catch the next day.
Right.
So I'm I'm 3.5. I told her I'm gonna get my car fixed when I get out there. So 5.5 hours, that means I'm 30 minutes to my house. My car wobbles. To keep the story short, the tire comes off.
Oh, wow.
It's 1 a.m. My car, and I've never been in a car accident other than like just like a little bump. Like one time I bumped somebody, but never a car accident like this. It was 1 a.m. in the morning. Praise God. Because had it been in the daytime, the speed limit on the highway I was on was 75 miles an hour. Because I felt the wobble, I slowed down. Praise God. Because had I been going 75 miles an hour, it may have been a different story.
Yeah.
Remember, my car was full of almost probably 1,000 pounds of magazines and awards, like full to the brim.
Right.
Had it not been in there, the car maybe would have flipped.
Oh, wow.
Praise God that I even think about it like this too. What if I would have been still going the opposite way? Because by the way, yes, I had been 6 hours into the drive, but I had already stopped twice to do conference calls with clients. So I would have gotten to this accident in some little town where there's nobody. I'm 30 minutes from the house.
Right.
And so that was God that turned me back
nothing but God's protection.
And so my car, the tire comes off and the car does like this. And I could tell it was about to snap. So it snaps. I'm spinning and spinning and spinning around on the middle of the highway at 1 a.m. I see sparks everywhere. I now am hitting the median and spark everywhere. And all I can do, I just have my hands off. And honestly, I wasn't for sure if I was going to make it or not.
Yeah.
I was just making my, praying to God, please don't flip. I just didn't know. It was like an out of body experience. And when the car finally stopped, I stopped facing towards the highway. An 18-wheeler was coming right at me. I had to get out the car, run across the street, hoping that it did not hit. It didn't hit though, because I flashed my lights and he ended up going around. When I called 911, prayer, thank God they got out there quickly, because I don't know if it would have taken longer if they would have seen, because my car could have easily been hit. I'm literally in the middle of the highway.
Wow, yeah.
And they're driving 75 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So this is me. So in that moment, remember, I have a flight to catch the next day in Atlanta, but I also have these awards. So I tell them to take my car to my house. I unload the car. It's now probably 4 a.m. I unload the car. I get a flight to fly from Houston to Atlanta because I'm going on my trip.
Right.
See, this is the thing. And a lot of people, they will allow a setback to sit them down.
Right.
I don't play those games. I don't play the game of, oh, this is a sign I shouldn't do it. I don't play that game of, I'll wait until another time, because how do I could have died.
Yeah.
So no, we're not doing, I'm going on my trip. It's paid for. So I rearranged and got everything unloaded. So then I come back from Atlanta. I land in Atlanta, get a rental car, drive to Houston to get the awards. Because if I don't have no awards at this conference, they gonna cut up.
Right.
Okay? Now everybody was like, no, we wouldn't have been mad.
Yeah, you would have.
And I'm gonna get these awards. So that was the wreckage. But some people were like, I just don't even understand how you're just able to continue to keep going and moving. But for me, yes, I did break down a few times because I just thought about how I could have died.
Yeah.
And I also was just grateful that God kept me. But at the end of the day, what is me wallowing in that going to do? I've got people flying in from all across the United States to come to this conference. I've got people that are entrusting in me, people who have invested and spent their last dollars. So what is me, wallowing in that? How is that helping? And I see people do this all the time. People tell me all the time, LaRhonda, I want to help change lives. I want to impact people. And you have one little setback. Yes, granted, this could have been life altering, but I didn't die. I'm still here. My car is totaled, but I'm still here.
But I'm here. Yeah.
And so don't you understand that sometimes that some of the biggest challenges are given to some of the biggest warriors, and it is in those challenges when you learn to push through that you can become a testimony for those people who are going through the test. And so I just choose to live my life in gratitude. I choose to live my life in a way of not focusing on what is in the past that I can't change, and focus on the things that I can change. And so that's the wreckage. The heartbreak, that's a whole nother story too, baby. Because You know, when you don't, like, I fell in love with someone, deep love with someone who wasn't even necessarily the type of guy that I would date. It's always those ones, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna make that story short, because it was a tough breakup. It was hard. This was somebody I dated for 5 years, and we didn't date publicly. And that was another thing. Like, I felt kind of, I don't feel stupid anymore, but at one point I felt real stupid. But I know a lot of women who go through that. And the reason why we dated privately is because I wasn't the only one dating this person, and I didn't know. Um, but it was difficult because I knew this was my husband. I was prepared. And so that breakup was tough, but I had to get through it.
Right.
And this day we're really good friends, and I have forgiven that person. And I'm grateful to say that I had experienced it. And then the betrayal, who ain't been betrayed?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing. A lot of times when I come up with when I talk about these different things I've gone through, a lot of times people are like, I've been through it too. I've gone through it too. Guess what? We all have gone through it.
Right.
And so it's not what happens to us, it's what we do with what happens to us. And so if you can relate to any of this, the wreckage, the betrayal, the heartbreak, the setbacks, the health challenges, whatever it may be, know again that God only gives the most difficult challenges to his biggest warriors. So let's go out here. Let's stop focusing on what's not and what we don't want, and focus on where we're going, because that's the only thing that matters most.
That's it. And I'm going to end it with one more question. But I do want to tell you that Rhonda Stinson Boyd stopped by. She said, hey.
Dr. Rhonda, another one of our inner circle members. Hey.
I love it. They are supporting you. I love that. And Sharon, when you was talking about your test, giving your testimony, won't he do it? And yes, he will. Every time. So this wasn't a book. This is your life. Okay.
So yeah, this is my life. That title is about me. I know it's a dope title though. Yeah, it's a dope title though. I can't help it. I'm in the book world, so I'm always coming up with titles, child.
So when it's all said and done, how do you want to be remembered?
I think about this all the time. I literally do. I think about my funeral. I think about the fact that when they say if somebody want to get up and share, I'm going to tell the people in my will that if whoever want to share, get to share. Don't be cutting nobody off. If it's going to be 2 3 4 hours, I don't care. If people want to get up and leave, I don't care, because I want it to be so massive that I've impacted so many people. My mission in life is to impact the lives of 10 million men and women in mind, body, and soul. With that, I can't do it alone. That's why we have Dr. Rhonda. That's why we have Sharon Baker Boykin. That's why we have Dr. Stevie Mills and all of our Book Prophets Club, because when they go out there and impact, that adds to the 10 million,
That's
right? You must understand that, right?
That's right.
I want to be known for the person who also has made it okay to be themselves. I get tired of this social media fugazi. Everybody look perfect. Everybody got the bags. Everybody got the jewelry. But at the end of the day, are they happy? Because who cares about any of that stuff unless you have happiness? And so I like to be myself. I'm authentic. I hate to use that word, but I am authentic to the T, to the core. I tell it like it is. You're going to see me one day with some heels, or you might see me with some J's. That's just how I get down. But I ultimately want to just be remembered for that woman that just made people feel like it was okay to be themselves. You can go into any environment, be the way you want to be, and still be able to impact a ton of lives.
Rhonda Stinson Boyd says, I would say she has a big heart, loves authentic, and pushes through to go for the gold. I would agree with you, and I just met you. It's it's just contagious. I couldn't be in a room with you and not just something get through to me, because it's contagious. Just your smile, it's contagious.
Thank you.
Your passion behind what you're doing. It's contagious. And so I'm glad that you have the platform you had, and keep doing everything that you're doing. As a matter of fact, I have another platform that I have on my own, under construction with LaRhonda Marie, and I'll be sliding into your DMs.
Slide on, girl.
Also, because I think my audience members needs to hear a lot of what you have to say, especially when it comes to books, and marketing their books. Because I have a lot of people that are either just finishing up a book, or they have a book and it just hasn't gone anywhere. So I think what you have done, you have tapped into something that is necessary. And I appreciate you using your love for education, because that's all you're doing is basically educate everybody. So I appreciate that. I did want to see if you wanted to let the audience know some things that you have coming up. I know we mentioned what was going on in March, but was there some things that I did not see that I
what I would tell you is this, because we have so many different things, and somebody might be watching this next month, couple months from now. This is what I would tell you to do. Go to Book Profits Club, and that's with an S, plural, bookprofitsclub.com. Register for that free masterclass. We will make sure that we plug you into everything. We have 2 annual conferences, Ignite to Profits, as well as Author All-Stars. We'll be looking for authors to actually interview to be one of the 50 authors in our magazine, our 3rd edition. Side note, City of Atlanta pulled up on us at our conference, and guess what? We actually were also awarded a day. He gave us the Taurea Avant Day, but technically we also have the Author All-Stars Day, which is December the 15th. Nishika Melton, I see you, girl. Okay, but December the 15th is the official day of Author All-Stars Day. So we're going to be having 50 more authors in our 3rd edition. Enrollment does not start yet, where you can apply to be interviewed. But that, I will say, the easiest way to stay plugged in is go to our free masterclass, Book Profits, plural, club.com.
All right, I got that, and I'm gonna put that in our comment. Well, it looks like Nishika, how you say
Nishika.
that? Nishika.
Girl, yes, I had to learn.
Do that in there for us, and I'm gonna put it at the bottom so we can see it in a couple of places. But make sure you reach out to www.bookprofitsclub. You said with the S.
With the S. Book Profits.
With the
we want
S.
Profits, not profits. We want multiple mentees. Profits.
Well, thank you so much, and you have a wonderful and blessed Christmas holiday and a blessed New Year.
God bless you.
I will be sliding in that DM sometime in January. Okay,
come on, girl.
Okay. All right, you guys be blessed. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining the broadcast today. I hope and pray that you've learned something. Again, go ahead and share this conversation. Go ahead and check out Taurea's. I said that wrong. I'm sorry. Taurea. check out her Instagram page. She has a lot of information on her Instagram page. I am now her friend, and I will be checking her out because, like I said, it's a lot of people that have books within them. And if you have one that you have written and it's just sitting on the shelf, this is somebody that can give you some gems, or at least motivate you enough to go a little bit further in your journey. All right, you guys, you have a blessed and wonderful holiday, and please tune in to Under Construction with LaRhonda Marie, coming back in January, and I will definitely be promoting that also on Swag Her again for another year, another season. You guys be blessed. Bye-bye.